Hello friends, let's explore one more micro niche today. I would actually call it as a ultra micro niche than just a micro niche because it is a very narrow topic with limited content, but unbelievable potential is there for this particular micro niche. Okay, before we get into details, I request all of you to subscribe to my channel and also comment whatever you want me to further discuss or on which topics you want me to create next set of videos if you have any thoughts in your mind. Okay, let's get into the details. The micro niche that I discovered is smartwatch. Okay, let's look into the data. So here are the data points. Keyboard difficulty for smartwatch on its own is 52, which is showing it as a hard, and there is a very good search volume is there. Okay, let's now do our 5-factor validation for this micro niche as we always do. Number one, search volume or traffic. So, though smartwatch itself is actually hard to rank, let's dig it further to see all the associated subtopics. Okay, now it is showing nearly 100k plus keywords associated with smartwatch. Okay, those are enough number of topics. Now, what we will do, we will actually filter the keyword difficulty less than 20. Again, for the people who are not very familiar with these technical terms, KD stands for keyword difficulty. Lesser would be better. Okay, now let me actually apply this filter, um, and you can see we have about 2000 plus keywords. Okay, now let's look at our validation. Typically this is actually second parameter what I normally validate. First parameter would be competition. First factor would be competition or difficulty. Okay, second factor is search value. We'll come to that. So let's look at the competition and difficulty, the first factor. If you see, smartwatch on its own has the difficulty of 52, but you can see now there are about 2000 plus keywords with keyword difficulty less than 20. So again, just repeating quickly for the people who are not very familiar with these technical terms, KD stands for keyword difficulty. Lesser the keyword difficulty, easier to rank in the search world. Okay, so typically for the new websites, I always suggest to look for the keyword difficulty less than 20. Now, for keyword difficulty less than 20, do we have enough keywords is the basically question. If you see, there are more than 2000 keywords are there. Potentially you can write an article on each of this particular topic. That's what at high level it indicates. So that means there are a lot of keywords associated with smartwatch with lesser computation, lesser difficulty, right? That passes our first validation. Now let's look into the search volumes. The second validation what we normally do is for the keywords with less than 20 difficulty, do we have enough of search volumes? Okay, what if you see here, kids smartwatch, you have about 11k, then you have about smartwatch, I think these two are associated, then you have waterproof watch, then hype smartwatch. If you see, the volumes are decent. I don't say extraordinary. These are 11k, 7.2k, 2.8k. I think the volumes are decent enough to write the content. Okay, so it also passes the second validation. Now let's look at the third validation. What we normally look for is scope for content. What it means is, do we have enough topics to write the content? Now enough topic means, typically how I filter is, I look at the topics with the keyword difficulty less than 20 and also minimum search volume of 500 per month. So again, for the people who are not very familiar with these technical terms, volume is nothing but number of times this keyword being searched on an average in a month. Okay, higher means there are more people searching for it. Now uh, keyword difficulty less than 20, volume more than 500, it is giving the results about 75 keywords. This is not too many. Again, these are not too less also, is okay. That means if you actually take out all the redundant and all those things, you can easily get about 50-60 topics here, at least minimum of 50 topics. But what happens is, when you actually go and write the content, after your articles get ranked, you will get a lot of, I think, new topics as part of your search results. You will be able to get about easily another 50%, 60% of more topics than what it is showing here. So if you start on this straight away, you can find about a 50 topics from these results itself. Then as part of your journey, you may be able to discover another 30-40 topics. So about 100 topics, there is a scope to write about 100 topics. That's decent enough. Okay, why I am saying though it is less than 100 is decent, I will come to that in a minute. Okay, now the fourth factor that we validate is very important factor, that is reference site or proof. So I always look for another website that got developed on this particular micro niche with less domain authority. That means relatively new in the search world and all, but performing pretty well. That's basically an indication for me to start a new website on this micro niche, right? So then, as part of my further analysis research, I discovered one website, that is smartgeekwrist.com. Okay, it is completely built on smartwatches. Now let us analyze this particular website. See here. Now let's look at the data. See, domain authority is only 12. Domain rating is only 12 for this particular website. But just see for how many keywords it is ranking. Shocking. Nearly for 30,000 keywords, this particular website is ranking. Again, for the people who are not familiar with these technical terms, DR stands for domain ranking or domain authority. What it means is, higher established the more established the website, higher would be the domain ranking. Relatively new websites will have the low domain ranking. Okay, because you are going to start a new website, we should look for a reference site with low domain authority, which indicates that there is a higher probability for new site also to rank well. Okay, now so uh, so basically what this particular data item indicates is, even with low domain authority, that means relatively even the new sites, if you can actually compile a quality content, there is a excellent opportunity to rank for lot of keywords related to this particular micro niche. Okay, so the fourth factor is also past. Now the last one what we look for is earning potential. At the end of the day, we create websites to earn some money. We also need to look at if this particular micro niche has enough potential to earn money. Now I always as I always do, right, I validate in from two different perspectives. One is I look at what is CPC. CPC stands for cost per click. Okay, higher would be better. So if you look at CPC here, it is a 40 cents, 50 cents, $1, around 70 cents. So this is not neither high nor too low. It is average. Okay, and volumes are also not too high. So if you multiply volume into CPC, this is again average only. I don't really say it is very good. I see this as a average earning potential from this perspective. Now the second perspective that how I also validate is, how is the earning potential of the reference site that we took. This actually is mind blowing. For a moment I couldn't believe this. So this particular website is actually having an earning potential of nearly 28k US dollars. Okay, so with a domain authority 12, as low as 12, if a website is able to rank to a earning potential of 28k, that means this particular micro niche is a gold. Okay, now I further analyzed here. There are hardly 41 pages written, 41 topics were covered as part of this website. Still, it is ranking for a 20, nearly 28,000 keywords and about a 28k earning potential. Okay, so if you remember, I told you just to hold on. Why I am saying even less than 100 topics also fine for this particular micro niche. Now here is the answer. When there is another low domain authority site which is able to rank so well for just 40 topics, just imagine if you can write about 80 90 good pieces of articles on this topic, how your site can rank, how much earning potential your site will obtain. Okay, phenomenal opportunity this is. Even if you can earn at about a, let's take even 10% of this money, it is about a 3000 US dollars per month. That's unbelievable, right? Excellent opportunity on hand. And if you are having a passion towards the gadgets and some wearables and technology related products and all, here this is an excellent opportunity for you to straight away go ahead to go and explore to start a affiliate website related to this particular micro niche. Okay, now so that means it's also passed the fifth factor. All factor passed. S for this particular micro niche. So perfect micro niche to be picked up to create a affiliate website. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you liked it and it is helpful. You would have found this helpful. I request you all once again, please subscribe to the channel because the more audience in my channel actually motivates me more to put more energies and efforts in research to discover more micro niches. As and when I discover something exciting, I will create a video and keep sharing with you. Thank you once again.